Hi, my name is Pete Rea, and I'm an independent wellness advocate and diamond leader with the global leading essential oils company, doTERRA. Today, I'd like to invite you to take an inspired look at who we are, what we offer, and why you should consider joining doTERRA. So let me just load up my presentation slides and we'll get right underway. Okay, so my journey started with doTERRA, as it does with many. Someone told me about them. Now, I'd been suffering for many years with head pain. It was at the base of my skull and the top of my neck, and I was using cocodamols from the pharmacy, which provided effective pain relief, and it also contained codeine. Now, I was becoming increasingly concerned with my level of dependency, as well as some of the other side effects that I was experiencing. Now, I was offered some doTERRA peppermint to try. Now, I was very skeptical because I was completely unfamiliar with natural alternatives. Now, I was told to massage a couple of drops of peppermint oil into the area of pain, and then cup my hands and take 5 huge inhales, and then just do nothing for 15 minutes. Well, you could have knocked me over with a feather when I had the most wonderful, positive experience. But I have to say, I was so skeptical, albeit I was optimistic. I was sure that it had to be a coincidence. So I actually wished for another opportunity to be able to use the oils again, so I could prove that it was a fluke. So about a week later, once again, I had that opportunity and I repeated the process. And once again, I had this wonderful, positive experience. Now, that was me completely sold, and that was the start of the most amazing, life-changing adventure with doTERRA. So we registered and we bought a starter kit, and we received this wonderful new member induction, very, very helpful. And we quickly found ourselves feeling very empowered. And we started using the oils for other niggly health issues relating to sleep and stress and tummy issues. And it wasn't too long before we were reaching for our essential oils for pretty much everything. Now, it felt natural for us to start talking quite enthusiastically about our new experiences with family and friends. And the more we learned, the more we started to establish daily wellness protocols with our essential oils to start and help and support us being more proactive with our healthcare. Now, this was the first time in many years that we had really started to take our health more seriously. We weren't just keeping our fingers crossed and hoping that we were, going to remain healthy. Now, I was aware that doTERRA offered a business opportunity, and I could see that others were doing very well with it. And I really felt quite inspired because of my personal experiences with the oils and the need to want to develop an income. I felt ready to be able to take that step and start sharing my newfound passion for doTERRA. Now, in what really is quite a relatively short period of time, if I just fast forward you through 2 and a bit years, we've now been able to grow a global network with thousands and thousands of people who are all enjoying the wonderful benefits of doTERRA essential oils. And we have people now in 36 different countries around the world. So we are literally touching lives and we are making a difference. We are literally changing the world one drop, one person, and one community at a time. So getting involved with doTERRA for us has proven to be the best decision of our lives. So let's just take a little bit look at who doTERRA is. So this is our global campus in Utah in America. Now, doTERRA is Latin for gifts of the earth. And doTERRA is now being confirmed as being the largest supplier of essential oils in the world. And we now enjoy more than 8 million global customers. Now, doTERRA only started in 2008 and already to have an annual turnover approaching $3 billion is really quite staggering. We are open in 50 countries around the world, and we have a presence in many, many more. And we were awarded in 2016 International Company of the Year. doTERRA is rock solid and completely debt-free. Now, when doTERRA launched, they introduced a benchmark quality standard known as CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Now, They did this because the essential oil industry is unregulated and no standard existed by which to determine the purity of the oils being sold. Because, you know, doTERRA's essential oils are nothing like the majority of oils being sold today. Ours are independently tested and verified as being 100% pure, but a little bit more about this later. Now, the reason why doTERRA is growing at such an unprecedented rate is primarily because of the purity of grade. And of course, there is a global movement now of people wanting to take control of their health naturally, which is driving our business forward. Now, something that's particularly important to me, and I'm sure it will be to you, that doTERRA is a very ethical organization. And through their co-impact sourcing, they've been able to put in place long-term investments to ensure the supply chain and to protect the local farming communities, to ensure sustainability of the harvesting of the essential oils. And many of the countries that doTERRA harvest from are developing third world countries, and doTERRA provide fair trade arrangements, they provide upfront payments, they put in water systems, they build schools and hospitals, because we choose not just to build farms, we actually choose to build whole communities. Now, doTERRA also donates millions every year to worthy causes. They support countries that have incurred natural disasters, and they've recently donated 5 million to cancer research. And doTERRA have their own charity called Healing Hands Foundation, so please feel free to, to research that. And that sees doTERRA get involved in many, many humanitarian projects around the world. So doTERRA really are very much at the forefront of essential oil science. And we're currently in the process of opening 15 integrative health centers called Prime Meridian. And they combine conventional medicine with complementary holistic practices. So it's fair to say that doTERRA is a great deal more than just an essential oil provider. So what is it that makes us different? Well, we don't just want to sell you a bottle of lavender from a website. Look, there are thousands of companies entering the marketplace today because it's a booming industry. And more people are turning to natural ways to manage their health. So doTERRA's mission is to actually encourage people to become more informed in their healthcare. And we do this by promoting 4 pillars of health. So as you can see on the screen, if we look right at the bottom, it starts with nutrition, what we eat. And what's interesting is that 90% of people, certainly here in the UK, do not get the right amount of nutrition from their food. And this, of course, is absolutely, foundational to support good health. You've heard the expression, we are what we eat, right? The next pillar is exercise. We've really become quite a sedentary nation. So we encourage people to be more active. Now, we're not suggesting that you run a marathon before breakfast or anything like that, okay? However, we are leaning on the medical science, which states if we live a sedentary lifestyle, it shortens our life expectancy and erodes the quality of our life. The next pillar is that we must focus on being able to improve the quality of our sleep and to reduce stress. Now, with the busyness of life and the pressures that's upon us all, unfortunately, these do tend to take the toll. And often we find ourselves in a constant state of stress and anxiety. And the 3 main triggers, which is interesting, is that we are worrying about work, money, and also, believe it or not, health. Now, when we're stressed on an ongoing basis, it actually weakens the effectiveness of our immune system and in turn increases the risk to many, many different health issues. You've heard that expression that, stress is a killer, and it's because it weakens your immune system, which of course is our first line of defense. So when we're stressed, it certainly doesn't lend itself to enjoying quality sleep. It's more likely to be light and intermittent. And of course, this has again a negative impact on health, because when we sleep and we have deep quality sleep, this is when our cells are repaired, at a cellular level. So sleep really is quite essential, for us to be able to take control of our health naturally. Now, the 4th pillar of health that we promote is we must reduce the toxic load on the body. We're piling toxins into our body today more than at any other time in history. And primarily this is because of the chemicals that are contained within the foods and the products that we use, every single day, such as cleaning supplies and personal care products, etc. So when we look at all of these collectively, these four pillars of health are what help us to support and boost and optimize our immune system, which of course is absolutely essential if we're to look to take control of our health naturally. So why is this really important? Well, if we look at the countries around the world, we have a very big problem with chronic disease and declining health. So whilst we're living longer, we're not necessarily living better, because we're beset today by many long-term chronic health issues which erode away the quality of our life. So for example, if we look at diabetes, this has doubled in the last 20 years. With regard to dementia, we now have 1 in 14 people over the age of 65. With regard to stress, anxiety, and depression, we have 1 in 4 people now that will be expected to experience a mental illness, such as depression, anxiety, and stress, and will actually need to visit their GP. Also, if we look at coronary heart disease, this still remains the #1 killer, certainly in the UK. And interesting, we lose 1 person every 3 minutes to coronary heart disease. But the one that jumps out at me is that cancer research have revised their estimates that not 1 in 3 people will be touched by a form of cancer during their lifetime, but now 1 in 2, which of course is very, very scary. So all of these things are potential threats to the quality and the longevity of our life and our lifestyle. And we want people to be more aware so that they can be more proactive to provide a more positive residual impact upon their health. So what are essential oils and why do we use them? Well, essential oils are effectively the immune system of the plant. So every drop of pure essential oil contains hundreds of unique compounds that offer powerful chemistry for helping to fight bacteria, viruses, and diseases that would otherwise attack the cells of the plant. So this is natural medicine. Now, it's important to remember that our bodies and plants have very similar building blocks. So when we take the essential oil into our own bodies, they're in a very familiar environment, and they go to work on our behalf just in the same way that they would go to work within the plant. So they help us to kill bacteria, inhibit virus reproduction, cleanse toxins, destroy parasites, oxygenate our cells, and boosting our immune system. So these essential oils don't just go to work on the symptoms, they go to work on the root of the problem. So if you look at the diagram in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you'll see that they are absorbed at a cellular level because of their lipophilic properties. And what's fascinating is that essential oils can be absorbed through the skin and actually enter into your bloodstream within as little as 30 seconds, and then start to enter into cells within your body within as little as 20 minutes. That was a eureka moment for me. So which means that quite often they can provide fast, effective support to many conditions that we may have used antibiotics or prescription drugs. Now, please, let me be clear on this. We're not opposed to modern medicine. Modern medicine changes lives. We just think that quite often it's overused, and that the majority of the time there are safe and natural alternatives. Now, there's been 2 very prominent stories over recent months to hit the media. One is the matter of antibiotic resistance. Now, this is a real pressing problem for the medical profession. In fact, so much so that prescriptions given for antibiotics have actually fallen by 14% over the last few years. The other big story was the addiction to prescription drugs and opiates. It's a growing issue. And these 2 problems are creating a global trend of people who are looking for safe and natural ways of managing and supporting their health. So essential oils are becoming more widely accepted in mainstream healthcare. So, for example, they now dispense peppermint in UK hospitals, and another essential oil was used to eradicate the superbug MRSA from 119 different hospitals. So you should expect to see the use of essential oils in mainstream hospitals continue to expand. And as previously mentioned, doTERRA are currently opening 15 integrative healthcare centers which combine complementary holistic therapies with conventional medicine. So we continue in doTERRA to form strategic alliances with the medical profession. So you can safely say that you're going to see continued growth in the use of essential oils as doTERRA continues to expand globally. So the thing to understand about our essential oils is that our oils are 100% pure. They are the most tested, trusted essential oils in the world, bar none. And our oils, are CPTG, which of course is that new benchmark quality standard that doTERRA introduced, which stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. But what does that actually mean? Well, it means that all of our oils are independently tested, and they actually go through three levels of testing, which are initial testing, secondary validation, and then final validation, which you may be able to see on the graphic in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Now, these tests include forensic scientific analysis, such as organoleptic, gas chromatography, mass spectrometry, isotope carbon-14, etc. And these are toxicology. These are toxicology tests designed to identify the presence of any contaminants. Now, all of our oils go through this process, and the reason why this is so important is because recently a company called APRC, which you can see here on the left-hand side of the screen, which stands for Aromatic Plant Research Center, they tested the top 50 suppliers of essential oils around the world, and they found that 47 of them were found to contain adulteration, which means the use of synthetic fillers to dilute the oils to increase their profits. So doTERRA was only one of 3 companies found to have 100% purity of grade. Unfortunately, one of the other companies has since gone out of business, and the other company has only a very small range of oils, I think around about 10. So when we say that we are the #1 supplier of essential oils in the world, it's not just the size of our organization, it's also because we have the most tested and trusted essential oils in the world. So clearly all oils are not created equal, and the use of synthetic derivatives has been a real problem for some time now, and this is because of the unregulated industry that we've referred to. So as you can see on the pie chart on the left there, we only have a very small percentage of essential oils what are deemed as therapeutic grade. And as you can see there, doTERRA, the little orange sliver, is doTERRA's CPTG essential oils, which are in the top 1%. Now, unfortunately, because of this unregulated industry, a supplier can label their essential oils as being pure, and it can still legally contain high levels of adulteration. In fact, most essential oils sold around the world today contain less than 10% purity. So the efficacy is virtually non-existent, which means that they provide little or no therapeutic benefit whatsoever. So unfortunately, you cannot assume the purity of grade by what is on the label, which of course continues to be a huge issue for the consumer. However, doTERRA have a unique guarantee, and we put a batch number on the bottom of every bottle of essential oil. And as you can see on the screen here, what you can do is you can input the batch number into a website, and you can obtain a certificate of purity, and you can actually see the results. And I love this because it brings up, of course, the validation of the oil, that it's recognized. It gives you a little bit of information about the oil, and you can even view a little brief video which helps you to understand the results. And this is the reason why doTERRA attracts a great many health professionals and holistic therapists. So as you can see here, you can see where you get the opportunity to click download. You can click on that and it will bring up the certification. And as you can see where the arrow is pointing there, it confirms that this bottle of lemon oil contains no contamination, no adulteration, and it is 100% pure. Okay, and if you're interested in the science as well, you actually get to see more of the tests that have been carried out. So in doTERRA, we have over 130 different essential oils, including unique blends, providing a very safe and natural alternative to supporting and managing our health. I know that I speak for millions of people around the world who have fallen in love with doTERRA and are huge advocates as to the efficacy of our oils and use them daily in support of natural healthcare. So because of time limitations today, we would like to invite you to attend a free online educational class which lasts 1 hour. And here's some of the things that we're going to cover. We're going to look at how you can take control of your health naturally, helping to reduce the risk of chronic disease and serious illness. We're going to be looking at what oils can be used for certain health conditions as we explore 10 core oils. We'll be also looking at how you can use the oils safely and effectively. We'll also be looking at how you can purchase the oils at wholesale prices and how, should you be interested, that you can work with us to develop an income stream which is entirely optional. We'll also be looking at what help and support and ongoing training is available, as well as the different options that are available for joining doTERRA. The great thing about this is that you can easily book onto the free class. It's live and online. You don't even need to leave the house. You can access it from your smartphone, your laptop, your PC. It's very, very convenient, and you can simply book onto a day and time that suits you best. Okay, and you can do that by just clicking on our online scheduler and selecting a day and time that suits you best. So what we find is that we get people who are joining us from all over the world on our classes, okay? And it's not an interactive class, so you don't need to do anything other than just log on. And after the class, a member of the team will happily speak with you to answer any questions that you have, and we can help you to get involved should you wish to. Now, one of the great things about doTERRA is that we always have lots of exciting things going on and new product launches. And these are 2 new ranges in particular that I feel is particularly special, certainly to me. So if we look at, for example, the kids collection, this is really a completely ready-made whole body essential oils toolbox, and it's specifically designed to empower parents to confidently care for the health and wellness of their little ones. And these products are specifically formulated for developing minds, bodies, emotions, and the essential oil blends, feature unique combinations, therapeutically balanced to provide powerful benefits whilst being gentle and delicate on the skin. And the names are really relatable to the kids as well, such as rescuer and stronger, braver, thinker, calmer, steady, tamer. So for example, if we look at, rescuer, my little boy Maxie, when he'd have a sports day and he'd come home and his muscles were aching, he would reach for his rescuer and he'd rub it on. He absolutely loves having his own oils, and he feels empowered to use them as and when. They also come with little funky flashcards which provide instruction as well, which is really, really cool. Now the baby collection, this aims to make it as easy as possible for parents to have a safe, gentle, and natural option for baby care items. So to simplify the number of products you need for your child, so doTERRA have created this baby hair and body wash and baby lotion and diaper rash cream. And each product is infused with essential oils and helps to cleanse, moisturize, and protect your baby's skin. How very, very exciting. So from everyday home essentials kit to emotional aromatherapy collection, yoga kits, they all really form part of the exciting range that doTERRA have available. Now, once you register with doTERRA, you'll also have the access to ongoing free education. It really is quite unlimited. However, should you wish to obtain special certification, you can do this by enrolling and successfully completing one of the courses that doTERRA physically offer. It's not necessary to be able to sit on this course and get the certification to be able to share or use our oils. However, many people choose to do so. And this is an online course to make it convenient for anyone, anywhere in the world. So once you join us in doTERRA, the help and support is very much ongoing, okay? The training is second to none, and you are invited to be part of our wonderful, caring, and educational community. And we explain more of this on the live class that you've been invited to attend. Now, people join doTERRA for different reasons. Many to simply be customers and to get to enjoy the wonderful benefits to health and obtain sizable discounts. But again, we talk about this more on the class. We also attract a great many holistic practitioners who already run their own business and want to introduce doTERRA products to their clients to add more value to their offering and strengthen their business. We also attract people who are looking for an exciting business opportunity with turnkey systems that are already in place that allows them to work from home at their own pace, and they can develop a long-term passive income from growing a network of people who want to use doTERRA products or share them with others, as I have done. It's a very, very rewarding opportunity is working with doTERRA in many, many different aspects. So whatever your personal interests are, you'll be very welcome within doTERRA. Now, this often comes as a little bit of a surprise to people, as we don't just do essential oils. We've got quite a diverse range of products, which enables people to swap where they shop and reduce the toxic load that I spoke about earlier. So from body care, spa, health supplements, salon essentials, essential skincare, children's supplements, products specifically to support women's health, we really have quite an amazing, diverse range of products that are all safe, natural, chemical-free. And just in addition, doTERRA does not conduct or condone animal testing under any circumstances. So what I'd like to do as we come to the close of this presentation, I'd like to give you a very, very quick recap, if I may. So firstly, doTERRA, we are the global leading essential oils company, and we are revolutionizing the way families are able to manage their health. doTERRA's essential oils are the most tested and trusted oils in the world, and they are 100% certified pure, and they are validated by independent laboratories, APRC. And remember, you can access the quality reports yourself via the website. doTERRA have a comprehensive range of products that support chemical-free living, so we don't just do essential oils. And should you be interested in working with us, you can become an independent wellness advocate where you can share the gift of doTERRA with others, and you can develop a long-term passive income. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Let me just stop my screen share there for a second and just bring back my camera. There you go. And I'd like to thank you for your time and, of course, the interest that you've shown in doTERRA. And the next step is to confirm your interest and find out more and book onto our free 1-hour class that I referred to earlier on in this presentation. One of my team will be in touch with you personally. So once again, thank you. My name is Pete Rea, and it has been my absolute pleasure to serve you. Thank you very much. And we do look forward to hearing back from you.